Welcome into 12 News at 5. A new federal lawsuit now filed in connection to the police raid of a Kansas newspaper. It's a story we've followed for you since last summer when the raid on the Marion County Record happened. Today, the city's vice mayor, Ruth Herbel, announced a lawsuit calling the raid of the paper and her home retaliation for her opposition to the mayor then. 12 News reporter Dylan Domingue breaks down what's in this lawsuit. Dylan?
Mike, Ruth Herbel today saying the search amounted to illegal retaliation for her political views. This new lawsuit names former Marion Mayor David Mayfield, former police chief Gideon Cody, acting police chief Zach Hudlin, the current Marion mayor, and other law enforcement. She's seeking at least $75,000 in damages as well as legal fees. The searches came after someone sent information to the Marion County Record and Herbel about a local business owner's suspended driver's license for a prior DUI conviction as the business owner applied for a liquor license. Investigators claim the tips and a record reporter's verification of the information legally through the Department of Revenue amounted to identity theft. The county attorney withdrew the search warrants days later due to insufficient evidence, and Herbel says this all came down to Mayfield using police to retaliate against her for her continued opposition to him.
And Mayfield is a driving force behind this because he doesn't like me because I have been a thorn in his side.
So he had some of his buddies draw up a bogus warrant to search Ruth's home along with the Marion County Records offices and the home of the Records publisher. There was no real investigation, there was no evidence, there were no crimes. It was just pretext for punishment.
And today, Herbel told reporters that the case has been referred to special prosecutors in Kansas to determine any criminal wrongdoing after an independent investigation by the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. 4 suits have already been filed over the raid. This includes from newspaper publisher Eric Meyer, 2 Marion County Record reporters, and the newspaper's office manager. Mike?
Dylan, thanks.